Welcome back. This is one of the most beautiful months here in Arizona, but unfortunately, it also brings with itself the situation where some pets can get parvo. It's parvo season. So Anita is live this morning, and she has information on what this illness is and things that we can look for as pet owners as well. Good morning, Anita.
A very unique situation here at Arizona Humane Society. So typically, if a puppy is brought into a shelter or dog and is diagnosed with distemper or parvo, unfortunately they're euthanized because it's an expensive thing to treat. But here at Arizona Humane Society, you guys have, this is unique nationwide, a Parvo ICU unit, Kelsey.
Exactly, yeah. So we are here in our Parvo Puppy ICU, which is an extension of the Arizona Humane Society's Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, where, like you mentioned, we treat this highly contagious, highly deadly disease. So it's very unique in a shelter setting to be able to treat these little babies. But at the Arizona Humane Society, last year alone, we were able to treat and save almost 300 dogs and puppies who came down with this disease.
And not just puppies that were brought in here, but puppies that were you guys took from other shelters.
Exactly. So not a lot of shelters are able to treat this because, like you mentioned, it is so highly contagious, so highly deadly. So we're able to bring in pets from other shelters to be able to treat them and give them a second chance at a great life.
So the one thing you're saying is that I'm not holding a puppy, and that's because it can be contagious to people, so we have to be careful and spread easily.
Exactly.
So if I'm holding a puppy, I can, with parvo, I can take it to another puppy. So you see everybody here in gowns and booties, and that includes us, so you're very careful about that.
Of course, yeah. So this disease is very highly contagious through feces and urine. So that's why it's really important to be able to vaccinate your pets, to be able to try to prevent this in the first place, especially puppies and unvaccinated adult dogs. The best way to treat this is to be able to prevent it. But if you do suspect that your pets might have parvo, some of the symptoms include throwing up, diarrhea, lethargy, a high fever, and then of course distemper also presents itself as an upper respiratory infection.
Let me go back to the vaccine. Can you only vaccinate a puppy, or can adult dogs be vaccinated for both of these?
So puppies are actually going to be vaccinated more often to be able to help boost that immune system, but once they're an adult, they're going to need booster shots. So once they're done with their puppy shots, doesn't mean that they're done, because adult dogs can get these diseases as well and spread them.
Okay, fantastic. So that's something obviously you talk to with your vet. You go in, I think my pup, we get that every year.
Every year or every 2 years. So make sure you just have a plan with your vet. And of course, if you suspect that your puppy or your dog does have either parvo or distemper, make sure that you are taking them into the vet right away. Quarantine them away from your pets. The faster that you're able to get this diagnosed and treated, the better, the more likelihood you're able to save your pet.
So this is something like, for example, if you take your dog to the dog park, and now that I'm thinking about it, our vet will always say, do you go to the dog park or do you board? It can be, you can get it that way. The dogs can get it that way.
Exactly, yeah. So this could be a community-wide problem. So it's not just for stray dogs. It's not just for your own pets as well. Just because your pets are vaccinated doesn't mean that other pets are vaccinated. So the more that we're able to get more pets vaccinated, the more safe, sweet little innocent babies like this will be. And there are so many low-cost vaccine clinics throughout Arizona, including at the Arizona Humane Society.
And definitely less expensive to vaccinate than it is to treat, because you said that can add up to be thousands.
Yes, it can be thousands of dollars to be able to treat your pets in a private clinic for parvo or distemper, and of course there's no guarantee that they'll survive.
And it might be a silly question, but why do we see more of it in the springtime? Why is it so more rampant?
Yeah, so these diseases are dormant during the winter, just like a lot of us are. So, this warm weather is coming out, and this is when we're going to see diseases more. So it's really important to make sure, like we said, we cannot stress the importance of vaccinations, and of course just keeping an eye on those pets for those symptoms, and of course bringing them to the vet if you suspect that they do have it.
So best case scenario, you guys, they'll have the pups in here like 3 to 7 days for treatment, and then if all goes well, then they can go up for adoption. They had a puppy, Evie, who was brought in over the weekend. They were able to successfully treat her and adopt her out, so that was pretty neat. But these pups are so cute. That one may have been exposed. His litter mate tested positive, so they're just kind of watching to see how he's going to do.
He is so adorable. Look at all these little puppies. I think they just are in need of love, and they're getting it there at the Arizona Humane Society. Anita, thank you for the reminder and all that good information on things that we can look for as dog moms and dads, and to keep an eye out, because they're part of the family too.